Hello, sei Charata. Sometimes you feel like starting something, such as a new project, but you don't know where to start. And this is a common problem because, in this case, your mind is trying to find the perfect solution. And your focus is, dealing with so many different challenges, with this huge pile of information and a great number of tasks that you have to be doing. And then you feel like you just cannot do it. But you should know that this way of thinking is not particularly good. In your attempt to find that perfect path that will lead you to your goals in a perfect way, you paralyze. And you know why? Because that perfect, beautiful path does not exist. Every minute that you spend trying to find the ideal way, that's a minute that has been wasted. And you're never going to get it back. Every time that you try to find that flawless path, the perfect plan by which you will achieve your goals, in fact, you are wasting your time because you're paralyzed. And that is the type of an answer that you will not find. That answer does not exist. So your first step to come out of this analysis paralysis is to accept the imperfect and uncertain paths. And as soon as you make the first step, then you see new things. You can get a new perspective. And then from that new perspective, you'll be able to have your second step. It could also happen that if your first step is not ideal, it's a little bit wrong, you can go back. You can go on one step back and try something a little bit different. This is a learned lesson, and you can use that for the future experiences. This is so much better than just staying with this never-ending sequence of thoughts that will take you nowhere. And as you make your first steps, you are going to acquire more maturity. You're going to get more emotional strength, more determination, and also more valuable resources that will be handy in your quest to overcome fear. And remember, it's not going to be perfect, but you will be improving for sure. And what role does fear play in this? Fear increases as you use your mental focus to be imagining those scary and frightening scenarios. And again, the problem is not fear itself, but it's using the mental focus in the wrong way. You could use your focus instead to be imagining positive things, as planning how to overcome those challenges that you have to face to be able to achieve your goal. Remember this, your focus determines your reality. And I talk a lot about focus because for some people, focus, like the capacity to be concentrated, right? To be keeping our attention in one particular thing without interruptions. That's what few people think when they think about focus, but in fact, concentration is just one of the different applications of focus. Concentration kind of measures and represents the intensity of the focus. But there is another aspect, which is to determine where to apply that focus. And that is measuring the quality of the focus. And the focus set on fear, or trying to find something that does not exist, which is this perfect path, that's a symptom of immaturity, if we can say like that. It is completely unproductive, and it is very limiting. Try to understand where your fear comes from through a rational analysis. Of course, with any new project and new decision, there are many risk factors that we have to take into account. And many times, these risks, they're justifying our fear paralysis or analysis paralysis. And it makes a lot of sense that we have to stop a little bit to have a good look at the whole situation before moving on. However, there are many situations in which our fear is completely irrational. And in these cases, which our fear to have our first step is so strong that is causing us to freeze, we may want to change our focus. And the point here is to let ourselves have the first step. And then, if necessary, experience a few mistakes. This is a good way to learn and to experiment, and to learn also the habit of implementing things in our lives and finding new solutions. Fear is one of the most powerful feelings that we have, and it can be very unpleasant. But fear helped our ancestors to survive by avoiding dangerous situations. However, nowadays we are facing so few real, life-threatening challenges and dangers that we can say that these days fear is quite irrational. It is doing more harm than good, and that is why we have to learn how to overcome this irrational fear. So I ask you, where does your fear come from? Are you afraid of disappointing yourself? Are you afraid of failing in public and people laughing at you? Let me tell you something. Every time I'm preparing here a video to upload on YouTube, I feel fear. And one of my deepest fears is that I'm not going to meet your expectations. And this has happened to me many times, because after I upload a video that I thought would be interesting, later I see so many comments on YouTube, some people saying, oh, that video was quite silly, it was quite useless. And by receiving this type of criticism, I could lose my motivation and just stop making videos. But then, when I'm feeling this fear growing inside of me, and the type of fear that could make me paralyzed, I take a step back and I remember, what is my motivation? And then I realize that what could have been a boring or silly video for some people was also a very good video for other people. Because every person can have different opinions, they're in different moments in their lives, in different stages in their development. So, of course, there are some videos that are more advanced than other videos, and that's very natural. But if that particular video was helpful to at least one person who goes and says, yeah, that was good, that was already enough for me. I feel that it was worth it. Do you remember a series of videos that I published here about emotional intelligence, assertiveness, and how to say no? If you take a look in episodes 63 through 72 of this series, Hello, Sei Charata, you can find them. And I received many comments from people saying, oh, come on, why are you publishing these types of videos? Like, that's not interesting at all. At the same time, if you take a look at episode number 63, we received hundreds of messages from people in our community saying that that was great because they were struggling on learning how to say no. And these people are the ones who motivated me to keep on making more videos related to the course, How to Say No. So what I'm trying to say with all this is that you will come across fear represented by different voices. It could come from within as a self-criticism about the way you're thinking about everything that is happening. And when you realize that you're starting to become paralyzed, my suggestion is to listen to that inner voice and remember what is the force that is motivating you to keep going. You have the capacity to change your focus. You can set your focus on your fears, or you can also put your focus on what motivates you. And here's one exercise for you to understand your focus. I'd like to make an invitation right now. Please stop for a minute and think on what have you put your focus on in the last 3 months. Pause the video now for a moment and think. What have you been doing, and what have been your main causes for concern lately? What is that type of thought that does not let you sleep at night? And what inspires you? What has made you, say, jump out of bed in the morning feeling very motivated? What brings you hope? What is your biggest illusion? Is your mental focus set on the risks and the dangers, or are you focused on the potential, on finding solutions for your next steps and your new challenges? Remember this, Your focus determines your reality. Fear is not your enemy. Your enemy is paralysis by fear. You can overcome the paralysis by changing your mental focus. And when we let irrational fear to take over us, we stop paying attention to the potential that we have. And if you're the type of person who constantly feels insecure about making the first step in important projects, what I suggest you is to take a look at our course Focus by clicking on the following link, arata.se/focus course.